first thing I noticed was I really love animals. And so you have chickens there and koi fish, which I think is really cool. And then I also am really into like science and math. I had a lot of science and math classes, so that really excited me.
I chose Sky Islands because of the environmental science and other environmental studies that were involved in the curriculum. I also specifically enjoyed the outdoor classes we have, like urban horticulture or watershed management.
For me, it was more along the lines of the environmentalism aspects, the sustainability stuff, as well as the environmental science that was offered was very attractive to me as someone who always wanted to study that, and still am finding myself studying that and finding that actually in college know quite a bit already about what is being taught.
I really liked the gardens, and it had a lot of like cool art projects and stuff that I really wanted to be a part of.
Through this kind of education, that it just presents the students with a broader range of things that they can invest their time and energy in a very positive way, that they feel that also more confident that they have the ability to affect change.
Back in, 2010, I think it was, I was going to a big old public school, and I heard about this nice little environmentally friendly high school that my other friend went to, and so I went and took a tour there, and oh my God, I was just blown away by these amazing people here who actually cared about their students. This guy right here, Lucas, took me around, and he showed me all these different teachers and these amazing classes that they were offering. You know, it wasn't your usual things. It was skills that you could actually use in your life, you know, building things out of the environment and learning how to be what I would personally call a good human being. But nonetheless, it just showed that the teachers actually cared, the way that they worked with their students versus some of the other bigger high schools.
A lot of schools that teachers, sometimes it's really sad, sometimes they don't care, or sometimes they don't have enough time to care. And at this school, they have time to care.
Teachers would take time with the students. Since I was a teacher at a big school myself, you don't really have time. And that people tend to forget that teachers really are not being caring. They seriously don't have time. And that's a shame, because there's a lot of students out there who could use the personal time.
I really struggled in classes and everything, and I remember sitting down with, I think it was Allie I sat down with, and I was crying and I was explaining how I was having a really difficult time. And so all these teachers came together with me, and we made a plan. I know all the teachers really helped me and everything, and I really appreciated it. And it was definitely a huge change from my last school, so it was just a really good highlight for me.
They give the students a lot of hard critical thinking that they have to work through and learn and know. But they also are open to helping them out with their grades. If they're falling behind, they'll give them extra credit so that they still have the option to learn more and to show their ability as students.
I really like the support, and I think the teachers here give me a lot of confidence.
I think that Sky Island's hands-on approach really helped prepare my kid for going off to college and joining the workforce. Without the real hands-on approach and the confidence that a lot of that gave her, I'm not sure she would be as successful as she is at this point.
The classes are very intense, or do seem to be very intense, like science heavy like classes and stuff, and it's not just kind of like gardening and stuff.
I noticed that a lot of my classmates, both at the community college level and then when I went to university, they gave very basic answers, and I was kind of like, what else? Because I remember like a lot of Lucas's exams were like, why, how, what, where, when, like all the big questions. So typically the people who were a little bit stronger in the critical thinking department did a lot better on the exams.
There's a lot of like opportunity to for critical thinking, and I just remember there's a lot of moments where I had like a lot of interesting deep discussions with different teachers about all kinds of different topics and issues that was on my mind, and I feel like I got a lot out of it. I also appreciate the way the school is structured, like the pacing and like how classes are structured, where you only attend 3 classes every day. It's not as clustered and as like rushed and confusing as a typical school.
I sat down, like people started talking to me, and it would like everyone seemed really, really friendly, and it was just like I don't know, it seemed really different, and it was really cool.
At Sky Islands, it's a really big thing that everyone's accepted there and no one's bullied, and if you're ever bullied, you can always go to the front desk.
Like when I first came here as a freshman, I was accepted into a group of older students that totally just talked to me and showed me around the school even though they didn't know who I was, and so it's more open.
In my first week of high school, I went to Saguaro and I felt lost in the crowd. I felt like it was just, there's so many people, and it felt so stressful just on the very first day.
At bigger schools, it can be very intimidating talking to people and whatnot, but here you don't have to be afraid to talk to anybody, because there are people who are going to come over and talk to you and see how you're doing and make sure that you're doing all right every day and things like that, be it a teacher or a student, actually, because teachers will check in on you, other students will check on you, and you'll fit in immediately.
Sky Islands has made me a lot less quiet than I used to be, because just seeing all these different and interesting people and contributing to the school and all that, it just made me want to just interact more.
I think the school has definitely helped me figure out what I want to do after high school, with environmental leadership or just being in watershed management, talking about the environment. It makes me want to do those things, like going out and planting trees or just helping an environment that doesn't have much vegetation. It makes me want to go out and do that.
It's really inspiring to be around people that believe that you can do all these different kinds of careers and give you the full option to do whatever you want in life.
Since I'm going into the culinary industry as a job, just the culinary program that you guys have is actually perfect, so that's...
It can help you get into the degree that you want, the major that you want, and the college that you want to go to. So you're not just surfing out there wondering what steps to take.
For me, for example, I've gotten to be in an independent study because I want to go into biomedical engineering. But of course, some schools don't have that option. You can't have an independent study, and you have to have a set of classes that you have to get done, and there's no negotiation about it. But at Sky Islands, like, you can talk to the teachers and you can tell them about like what you want to do in college and what your thoughts are for the future and whatnot. And those teachers are like willing to help you get to your goal and whatnot.
I think going to Sky Islands also influenced my decision of switching my major from nursing over to human nutrition. Given that the school does have such a strong emphasis on going more organic, more holistic, and that approach to like taking care of ourselves.
I'm from Louisiana, so I'm kind of a farmer myself. Was showed how to plant, cook, and then get a job and take care of yourself in whole, in total. And I know a lot of kids don't appreciate that today. They will one day. And I like that about the diversity of learning.
I actually got the chance between 9th grade and 10th grade to go work with the YCC. And I know I wouldn't have gotten that chance if I didn't go to Sky Islands. And we worked up there. But then at school, I also worked outside a lot because we built the tourist habitat we have. We went and planted trees. We did a lot of stuff outside, which was great for me because I love being outside.
I find myself, looking for opportunities and then taking them. Because I've learned from Sky Islands, just from the amount of opportunities I was given, that, you don't waste opportunities, especially if it's something if you're passionate about.
I didn't realize how much I liked being a leader and how much of a leader I was until Sky Islands gave me all the opportunities to be a leader. Like with the bird sanctuary that we planted my senior year, I pretty much was like one of the people who kind of like oversaw it. Like I was in the class that ran it. And when I first started, I got thrown into building the chicken coop. And at first I was like, what am I doing? Like I'm building a chicken coop, but now I'm like, wow, I got to build a chicken coop in high school. Like that's not like anyone else. So yeah, just like stick in there.
My mom was saying, there's chickens. How could you not be excited? There's chickens at the school. She was so excited about that.
One of my favorite memories still is going to the Tucson Village Farms and, planting trees as well as, different plants and things that are edible, of course. And it was really cool. We got to build this ramada out of wood and what's it called? The palm tree leaves, and that was really amazing. And because of that, it taught me such a valuable skill of how to be a good leader and to lead by example. Every single day I was at Sky Islands was a blast, and every day I learned something new. So.
Expect to participate a lot and like get your hands dirty, like kind of hands-on is like because the teachers won't let you just like kind of slack off. They'll like kind of hold you to what you're supposed to. So expect that.
Like we still have time to just have fun. And I think that's one of the things to expect a lot is that there's really nothing to be nervous about because it's a really fun school and everyone's fun and everyone's quirky and we're all weird and it's the best part about the school.
Expect to definitely opt in because like at bigger schools, teachers don't really focus on individuals as much, so there are always the kids in the back of the class who are gonna like slack off and stuff. But no, here the teachers will be watching you. They're gonna make sure you're doing your work. They're gonna make sure that you're revved up every day and like ready to go, that you're turning everything in. They're gonna focus on you and try to make you the best that you can possibly be.
The kids seem to get into and have patience with each other. That would be one of the biggest things I would tell if they were sending their child to Sky Island. It will allow them to find who they are. And that's really important.
I liked it because the students were kind of given more autonomy. They were actually recognized as people. I feel like a lot of schools don't extend that privilege to their students and actually treat them with respect and see them as individuals. So I was really happy to see that. And also I really liked the food. At the time I was struggling with eating, especially like at restaurants and stuff. But when I saw the food I actually ate at school, which was the first time I had eaten out in a long time, that was because I was surprised that it wasn't on a tray. It wasn't on a tray. It was like an actual plate with actual silverware that was not plastic and wrapped in something. And it was actual food that was edible and it looked pretty. And it was like, wow, they care about the students that much that they're not just going to get like a tray and then like splatter on it. They're just going to, you know, they're going to actually give food and they're going to make it look nice. Like I saw that as a sign of respect.
To all the kids out there who are looking at high schools, Sky Islands is the place that will prepare you for life after high school. It'll guide your moral compass in the right direction. And to finish off, you will never find another high school that's better. You'll never find another high school where teachers care so much about their students, their success, their education, their life after and while in high school. It's the place to be, and it's the place to see. Come check us out, baby.
That's my man right there.